Has anyone seen the movie Chernobyl Diary? It's about humans mutated by the radioactive disaster of Chernobyl. Well, quite honestly, that's not too far from the truth. There are humans still living in the exclusion zone that have undergone some sort of mutation. There were thousands of birth defects in babies born within the affected areas following the disaster. The accident took place April 26, 1986, at the nuclear power plant in the town of Chernobyl, Ukraine. Employees at the power plant conducted an unauthorized experiment. They bypassed crucial safety measures to see if they could use inertial force to power the emergency water pumps. The experiment didn't work and the reactor began to overheat. They tried to reinsert the rods into the reactor all at once, and the graphite tips on the rods exploded. The explosion blew the roof off the reactor, releasing 50 tons of radioactive fuel into the atmosphere. 70 tons of fuel and 700 tons of radioactive graphite settled near the reactor. Soviet authorities knew about the disaster but tried to keep it quiet. They only acknowledged the disaster when Swedish radiation monitoring systems 800 miles away reported levels increased by 40%. Soviet authorities declined relief efforts from international organizations. The radiation from the disaster was about the amount of 10 atomic bombs. It was 100 times the amount of the radiation dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 30 to 50 million acres of land were contaminated with radiation. This was home to 7 million people. An estimated 5,000 people are to have died from cancer, and millions more have their health adversely affected. Hundreds of thousands of residents either remained or returned to their homes and continued to live in their homes in contaminated areas. Cesium-137, the product of the uranium fission, is known to cause mutations in humans. Thyroid cancer and birth defects in children continue to persist. The plant continued to operate until it was officially closed on December 15, 2000. Everyone should know about this event because it was the greatest nuclear disaster in the history of the world. It impacts the world because now we are smarter and more cautious when it comes to nuclear energy. People are now more aware of the effects of a nuclear meltdown and the radiation that follows. They should respect the power much more now that we have learned about the effects of radiation.